Hey there, sixth graders. In this video today, we're going to go through and talk about your instructions for what to work on in class since I am not at school today. So let's go through and let's do a quick rundown of what tasks I'm going to have you complete as you go through the day. So in a moment, I'm going to explain the directions of how you're going to do your practice test for your quiz. Remember, tomorrow you have your quiz over the rock cycle as well as the names of the rocks and being able to identify the classes that those rocks are in. After you have your practice of that, next up after that, there will be a quizzes for you to play, and that quizzes is actually a preview for our next unit. So it's not over rocks, it's over matter. And we're going to start to learn about what matter is and some of the ways that we can describe matter, some of the properties of matter, and then the states of matter. So it's a preview. It is not for a grade in terms of your accuracy, but I am expecting you to finish it before class ends today, and you will be graded on having that done, not what your score is. So again, you have to finish that quizzes before class ends, and you're doing that second today after you do your practice for your rock cycle quiz. If you still have some time remaining at the end of class, there is next week's Edpuzzle about matter posted in Edpuzzle. It's not due until next week. It's going to be homework next week. But if you finish the other two things and there's time left in class, might as well use your time wisely here and get it done in class. All right, so let's go back and start with the first thing, which is your practice quiz. So in a moment, you're going to pause the video and go up to the front of the desk and tell the substitute teacher which test version you want to practice, A, B, or C, and they will hand you that copy. You're going to go back to your seat. You're going to work on it without using anything, okay? Don't use anything. This is the trial run. This is your dress rehearsal. This is your walkthrough. This is the day before. See what you can do without. It's not for a grade again, so let's be honest with yourself to see what you know and what you don't know. All right, so do me a favor. Pause the video, leave your Chromebook open, pause the video now and go up and get a copy and do that part first. Do the practice, the front and the back. Go. All right, now that you are done with the video, now that you're done with your practice, let me shrink myself here. I would like you to then go through here and pause the video again and check your work. Okay, so pause the video, use this, check your work, put check marks by everything, see what you have right, make sure your arrows are pointing in the right direction, make sure you're not missing any arrows. Pause the video, check your work on your own right now. All right. Last thing then is if you didn't do the back yet, where you're going through and trying to identify the class of rock with the names, go ahead and work on that. If you already did that, use your note cards, or let me show you here in Google Classroom. Underneath rocks, there's this student practice materials for the rock. And the list is here, okay? Rock example test choices. So if you weren't sure, they're here for you, okay? All right, so that's there for you to do, to practice. Take your note cards home if you did not take your note cards home yesterday so that you have those so that you can go through and practice those. Remember, subgroups are extra credit. You just need to know the class of rock for the rocks with your version of the test. All right, after that, go ahead. The quizzes link is here underneath today's post in Google Classroom. Work on that. Get it done before class ends. And then, like I said, if you still had time, you might as well go and work on your Edpuzzle. That's going to be due at some point next week. So then you don't have to worry about homework next week. All right, make sure you're staying on task. You're staying focused. You're being flexible as you listen to the substitute teacher, following their directions and making sure that you have a good class so that I get a good report when I come back. Study tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow for the test. See ya.